so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Yeah, Reapy back here, and tonight, that's right, it's Thursday night. That means it's NNR Cup Series night. As always, the one and only HD Motorsports is back in the booth with me. I get to hang out with this guy. God, it's good to have you back, HD. Tonight, the boys are at Homestead. It's the second to last race in the Eliminator round. We're going to have almost 20 cars on track tonight. Only Rose and Amore Smoke know that they're locked in. But above all that, $75 is on the line. How you feeling tonight, bud?
I'm feeling like I want to be a spectator to win $75, Pete.
Well, your sister's out there. She's already got a pick in. She threw out, no surprise there, right along with Rose and the Aviator. So, yep, she knows what she wants. And
Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. She literally just texted me, and that's who I said.
Well, along with her pick so far, we got Papa Bear out there with Boehner, Rowdy, and the Aviator. Q-Dog saying Stout, Rose, and Amore. Daniel Helms, 1995. Smoke, Aviator, and Rowdy. Cole, 315. Good to see him here. He's saying the 22, the 2, and the 9. And then, of course, old Mama Bear saying Rowdy, Rose, and the Aviator. So looking pretty good. If you had to pick anybody, your top 3 at this place, we only come here once a year. Who's your top three, HD?
I mean, it's kind of hard, you know. I mean, there's so many good people. I think Rose, without a doubt, Aviator, and I'm gonna have to say Amore, but really, you could throw Rowdy in there. You could probably throw Dohar. You know, Stout Whiskey. You could throw numerous people in there.
Yeah, you really can, and I mean that's one reason why this pool has grown and grown and grown. Guys, this pool started off at $5 and has incrementally grown. Every now and then, J-Pa has said, you know what, I'm going to add $25 to that, or Boehner said, you know what, add $25 for me and another 10 for me, and but it's all started out with $5. The first week, Boynana won it. It was a quick $5 code, sent it, and that was it. I thought it was going to be kind of a weekly thing, but every week there seems to have been somebody that slid into the top three that has just thrown everybody's picks off. Dan the Lawn Man did it, JCX12 did it, and so many others. It's been very, very hard to pick. But man, the points, as you know, they're scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If MX Rose didn't have a win, he's got 104 in the bank. Aviator behind him by about 40. A more smoke, only two more back. Boehner at 46. Stout at 53. Rowdy at 64. Dohar at 69, and then Ingalls at 89 back behind the leader. So those are just your your top eight. We're going to Martinsville next week. That's going to be another, who could it be? And then, of course, we're wrapping up the season at a Hotlanta in just 2 very short weeks. It's only 6 more. Only 6 more streams after tonight, and then the 2020 season that got kicked off by the one and only Kenny Wallace is going to come to an end, and it's going to start all over again on NASCAR Heat 5 for 2021 in, I would say, probably about a month's time. But man, I'm looking forward to getting this in, get it started. A whole lot of pack racing in the trucks and Xfinity on Sunday and Tuesday night. I wouldn't expect anything less out of these Cup guys tonight.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good track. You know, Homestead definitely creates some of the best racing out there. Multiple groove track as they're out there qualifying right now. Or are we racing?
Nope, I believe that they're qualifying. I'm still waiting on Boehner to start up his stream, so I know where we're going. They've actually been really, really good about getting the invites out. So as soon as they get that going, I'm sure that they'll send it that way. Usually Boehner starts his stream right towards the tail end of qualifying, so it shouldn't be much longer. We started the stream right when their connection test ended. The anthem usually takes about 3.5 minutes, and then talking about the race, chatting these guys up, and talking about the points, and talking about this purse that's out there for tonight. You got your picks in. I'm going to take a stab tonight. I watched a few guys run last night that seemed like they were going to have something going. There's old Bot Play saying Boehner, Smoke, and Rowdy. Good to see you, Bot. Thanks for coming to hang out. Rowdy said he might have found something on the long run. Of course, stage all long runs. It's just a green flag pit stop, but you kind of know what you have and what you need, if anything, by the time that you get to that part of the race. As long as you're not fixing damage and you're only making race adjustments, you should be pretty good. But I think I'm going to say Rowdy, Dan the Lawn Man. I like the way his car looked last night in a little test session that him, the Aviator, Rowdy, and Smoke ran last night. And Combat Beast, thanks very much for the host. I always say Combat said, but no. I think I don't know if Amore is gonna go for it all tonight. So I'm gonna go with Stout. So I'm going to go with Rowdy, Dan the Lawman, and Stout Whiskey.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Stout, man. I'm sure he's been running good. For my absence here the past couple weeks, and he's one of those guys that probably kind of need to get a win to be able to get himself locked in that Final Four.
Yeah, Stout. He's I think sitting fifth or sixth in points. But he took the first stage last week. He came in second in stage 2, right behind a More Smoke, and then finished the race in second or third. So he had great points week last week at Michigan. He did a phenomenal job maintaining his car. He was very, very strong throughout the race. I think he can definitely get it done again tonight. Looks like qualifying is just about done. I'm just waiting for that. Boehner's stream kicked off, so just waiting for that clock to come up. So they're going to head on back to the booth. Head on back to the booth. Head on back to the lobby here in just a little bit. Get those final last words of encouragement from the one and only Coey or Stout Whiskey. I can tell you that they'll be pitting off for tonight and riding the apron all the way around through 1 and 2 to merge back in onto the backstretch. So typical of NNR. So we'll have to see how that all works out. Very, very slick entry into Homestead. So that's going to be another thing. Saw quite a few make some contact on Sunday and Tuesday night between the truck and Xfinity series.
Man, so you have those guys. So if it comes down to it next week at Martinsville, who do you have at Martinsville? I mean, that's gonna be. I think I'm gonna pick CJ Max Rose, and I think he's gonna win by a long shot, honestly, because he's very good when it comes to that short track racing. And if I'm not mistaken, he lapped everybody, came close to lapping everybody, or something like that. One of these races at Martinsville.
Yeah, I think so. I think he actually. I think there's only like 4 cars left on the lead lap. What I've been doing is as we're getting to some of these tracks that we're coming around to, well, the final few tracks that are coming around to for a second time, I've been going back and watching the race from earlier in the year, just like when I first started broadcasting with you last year, and I'm pretty sure there were only 4 people left on the lead lap last year when when CJ Max Rose got that done. So. Rose is definitely going to be strong. You're going to have to look at You're going to have to look at Stout. You're going to have to look at More Smoke. Definitely next week as far as the Cup guys go. In the Xfinity cars, I'd have to say Boehner's going to have to be very, very strong. If he doesn't win and somebody new wins, he's out of it. Even though he's been extremely dominant this year, if he doesn't win next week at Martinsville, he could be out chase. Even with 10 wins on a season, that's crazy. That's why Stout's such a fan of going back to the old Winston Cup point ways where there was no stage racing. You proved yourself during the year, you got it done then, and at the end of the year, it was. Your consistency and your hard work paid off with a big trophy and a hell of a check. So, and then the trucks, I'd have to say, Asbel's just been a beast in the trucks, right along with Watt Racing. So, it's a toss up in a couple series, but I think Asbel and Watt are going to be the show to watch in the truck. Looks like they've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Be getting back into the lobby, and we're gonna get this rolling. Combat Beast says he's got a More, Stout, and Dohar. Alpha York says hey, and then he's got a More, Boehner, and Rose. First one to pick Rose. So Alpha York maybe picking off of your suggestion there HD.
I wouldn't go off what I say, honestly. Whatever I say, I'd probably do the opposite. But what happens if no one wins this money? What happens, Pete? Does it just go to me?
If nobody
am I just recipient?
We tried that.
This is true.
No, if nobody wins the money, what J-Pa and Boehner have said to do is to go ahead and split up the money between the three series champions, which makes sense. So that's what would happen. So if we end up with, $95 or whatever it is, 75, 85, yeah, $85. If we get $85, it would get split three ways. But I'm hoping that somebody out there is gonna go ahead and pick the correct three drivers before the end of stage two, lock down the votes, get them in, and we're gonna be calling somebody's name. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, HD. I'm not looking forward to giving this money away. I have no lie, about 7 or 8 different Microsoft codes to give out. So somebody is going to be putting codes into their Xbox for a good hour before they finally get all that money. Like I said, it's grown in increments of 5 and 10 and 20 and 15. So yeah, somebody's going to be putting Combat Beast says, yeah, we'll be fine. Somebody's going to be putting in codes for quite a while. Let's see. All right, they're back in the lobby. Coey's got the lobby paused again, just going over everything, probably reminding them that it's a playoff race, Homestead, Miami, but the short track is next week. I'm guessing that's where the tempers would really flare up, if anywhere, and then of course Atlanta. Now, HD, we saw, or I'm not sure if you were there for it or not, the Atlanta Pro League race that we ran just a couple weeks ago. It was all bottom line, but that's setups. I'm really hoping with these preset guys that the racing will be 2 wide. Sometimes maybe 3 wide. There's different lines in Atlanta. It's kind of like a Vegas or a Chicago where that high line can be used, but there's a nasty bump going into one. I think that may determine on where some of these guys go in a couple short weeks when we get to our championship race. What do you think about as we're getting through these last couple? We got tonight, we got Martinsville, and then Atlanta. What do you think about these final 3 tracks?
I think we're gonna see some hurt feelings. That's what I think. I think we're gonna see some people get mad, but that's all part of the racing. That's all part of the aspect of it. Everybody wants to go out there to win. Hell, I want to go out there to win. Every time I'm racing something, but Atlanta, I think it's gonna be mainly one groove. Down low, I think we're gonna see the passing, the 2 to 3 wide is up off of the corners. I think that's where we're mainly gonna see happen in Atlanta, and it's kind of cool that they picked Atlanta for the final race.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a throwback, and we know how much of a throwback kind of guy that Stout Whiskey is. We on Tuesday nights we're usually talking about NASCAR from yesteryear, the different types of racing, the different types of points formats and things like that. So I'm not sure if Stout is the one that picked the final race, but yeah, for anybody out there in chat that didn't know, Atlanta is actually where the championship race used to be prior to being at Homestead. I don't recall if there was a track between the two, but that is definitely what I remember. Worm Rider, what's happening, man? Good to see you out there. And Miss Murda Mittens saying, "Go Rowdy." Combat Beast saying he's excited for Martinsville. And Combat, we're looking forward to you joining up next year, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of people started out just like you did, where they're out there in chat, hanging out, talking. Pretty soon we're talking about you out there on the track, but just got an invite from the one and only J-Pa and Stout Whiskey. So, HD, I'm going to go ahead and grab this, get loaded in, and then get you your invite. Let's see. Loading in. Homestead, Miami. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Very glad you're here.
Yeah, me too, man. I am. How do I accept invites?
Wow, it's been that long?
I haven't turned my Xbox on in probably like 3 weeks.
Rock, good to see you, sir. Don't forget, get your vote in there, buddy. But yeah, so we got about 15 people out there. Don't forget, it's the NNR Cup Series. $75 on the line if you are the first one to correctly choose the top three that HD Motorsports and I are talking to at the end of the race. They don't have to be in any particular finishing order as long as you've got the right three car numbers, the right three drivers. While we're loading in, HD, if you want to talk us through the pace lap, I'll actually do that, and then we'll talk about the picks. But it looks like on the front row is going to be the 42 of More Smoke with the 42 of CGMX. Oh, there we go.
Come on, Pete! I've been going and I know that.
It's only been 10 weeks, right? Yeah, I know. With the 11 of Ingalls to his outside. Then we got the two-car Stout Whiskey starting P3 with the 48 of the Aviator to his outside. Behind them is going to be the number 8 car of NNR Smitty with a great start. 88 of Dohar just getting over not really feeling all that great. Then we got the 36 of Boehner, another guy pretty strong in the points, but got to get a great finish here. Max out on his points. Then we got the 9 of More Smoke. HD, do you want to take him through the rest?
I don't know where we are, but we're coming out of turn 4. I know that.
All right, well then, yeah, we got a More Smoke, got the 18 of Rowdy, 35 of Dan the Lawn Man, 3 car of JCX12, 95 of Jose, let's see, 22 of Stout of J Pony, 4 Coey, 4 car Natty Dread, 00, and yeah, we're gonna get back up green, heading towards turn 1. Here's that 42 of Rose. That was fun.
we are under green at Miami. And look at there, Stout Whiskey here moving up the P2 just in front of that 11 car of Ingalls, and Stout Whiskey diving it down into turn 3, forcing CGMX Rose up the track off of turn 4. Stout Whiskey's looking for the slider, ain't going to be able to get it done.
Oh, nope, not going to be able to get it done right there, but HD definitely got to try to maximize the grip while you've got it on these brand new tires, but they continue to ride double wide for the first, 3 rows or so, give or take. But again, about 20 guys out on track tonight. Let's see. I'm sorry. I was reading something. I apologize. Yeah, Stout and Rose still side by side. Ingalls now with the 8 and the 36. Here comes the 88. I mean, this is pack racing at its best. It's something that Homestead definitely supports.
Oh yeah, definitely. Homestead definitely creates some good racing, and there is Stout Whiskey actually getting out in front of CGMX Rose. The 11 of Ingalls now going low. He's going to try and pull a slider on Rose. So Rose moving back to P3, dropping back, but he's running that high line. Can't help to wonder if maybe saving a little bit of tire up there.
Yeah, save a little bit of tire, save a little bit of time. You got the great momentum coming off of the corner. Few guys are starting to fall back a little bit. I see J-Paw back there. I see a few others, but the most notable paint scheme is that of the 22. As Q-Dog's checking in, shout out for J-Paw Army. How are you, Q? .35 car, Dan the Lawn Man. Right now with the 42 of Rose to his outside. Here comes the 48 of the Aviator. 8 car is Smitty. Not sure if a little bit of lag from him or what that was, but great hands. Yeah, contact.
Ooh, was that the 8 car Smitty, I guess, running that custom paint scheme?
Yeah, kind of looks like I'm not sure what this paint scheme is a throwback to, but it's kind of definitely pops, that's for sure.
Kind of reminds me of a green apple Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, all right, maybe it's a Gatorade throwback. Definitely, it does look like Gatorade with the There we go. That might be it. Combat Beast. I was kind of thinking the same thing about Dohar, but it kind of looked like Dohar might have dove to the inside in just enough time in order to avoid any kind of damage from a little bit of lag by the 8, if in fact that's what it was. But these guys still racing hard, racing strong. There is the 88 of Dohar. I'll actually jump on board, take a look at his bumper.
Contact between the 2 and the 11 of Ingalls. That's going to allow the 42 of CGM Stewart's 18 as they go 3 wide here down the backstretch. More contact spread out. I think they're 4 wide. Pete down the backstretch into 3.
Yeah, 4 wide down the backstretch, heading into 3, but the 2-car Stout Whiskey looks like he's going to be able to retain that as they're 3 wide, then 2 wide, and then 2 wide. Man, this is the way racing has. Yeah, I'm very positive, Warren Ryder, saying the servers are going to take the win, just like they did in the Pro League race at Eldora. But yeah, Stout Whiskey able to really move on up after that little bit of contact with the 11 of Ingalls. Behind them, they are still 3 wide, and Stout's got a strong car. It's the main reason I went with this too, and he said in a tweet today that he's actually going to run this paint scheme for the remaining 2 weeks. So he's going to run this here, he's going to run this at Martinsville next week, and he's also going to run it at Atlanta Motor Speedway, irregardless of whether he makes the top 4 or not. But Stout looking very, very strong so far tonight.
He's out front, Boehner in the 36 right behind him, but there's the 18 of Rowdy with a little bit of contact with Boehner. Coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch. He checks out of it, gives Boehner his spot back. They're side by side for the race lead through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, side by side for the race lead through turn 3 and 4. Rowdy mentioned in a tweet earlier today, and also I witnessed it last night in a little bit of a test session, that he said he's got a great long run car. He was running about 2/10 faster than the others that were in the practice last night. So I really think Rowdy's going to have a great strong car for the night. But new guy to the point is going to be that 36 of Boehner.
Yeah, 36 car of Boehner out front. Rowdy is down low. Stout Whiskey up high. 48 of the Aviator is going to be a P4. There's a battle for 5th place. That's going to be the 11 of Ingalls and the 42, a CGMX Rose. But, Pete, we got a pack of about 15 cars still going through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, 15 cars, very, very strong pack. Kind of tail end Charlie right now is that 88, the 9, and looks like the 22 of J-Pa has been able to work his way back into this pack. He's got a draft either off the 8 or off the 88, trying to pull the guys that are behind him back up to the top if at all possible. But right now it's still the 36, the 2, the 18, the 48, and then the 9 as well as the 11, and then the 35 of Dan the Lawnman. So a whole lot of guys up front that you normally see, and some that you don't always.
Yeah, but the 2 out front right now is the Boehner and the 2 of Stout Whiskey. They're kind of driving away as they're still 3 wide back there for 3rd place. That's going to let these guys get about a 7-car length lead out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Stout Whiskey is kind of content right now, kind of pushing Boehner and creating that separation.
Yeah, Stout kind of did something similar to this last week at Michigan until the end laps in stage 1, and he pulled away, and he checked out. And kind of was something close to that in stage 2, but Amore Smoke was able to lock down stage 2 at Michigan. So right now the top 5 are all nose to tail. You got the 36, the 2, the 48, the 42, and the 18.
Yeah, 48 Aviator finally back up there. The 18 of Rowdy in 5th. 42 of CGMX Rose still trying to work that outside lane. There goes the 2 of Stout Whiskey. I think he got a little bit of loose at a turn 2, and they should be getting ready to pit here soon, right?
Yes, somewhere right around there. I'll actually go ahead and grab us a lap count from Boehner next time by. But they can get, I believe, Dan the Lawman told me about 20 or 21 laps on a tank of gas. So you figure we're probably right about 10 in. So depending on where they started on their preset, again, these guys don't run setups. Depending on where they start on their preset, whether it's a little bit higher or a little bit lower, are going to really determine where they're going to start to get loose in the run. As these cars get lighter off of turns 2 and 4, and they're still steering to the left, you normally see the back end kick out just a little bit and front end point towards the inside, just like you saw right there for the 18.
Yeah, as soon as you were saying it, the 18 of Rowdy did it, but here goes the 2 of Stout Whiskey up underneath that 36 car of Boehner. Stout Whiskey trying to punch his ticket into the final 4 off of turn 2 down a backstretch. Boehner getting loose up high.
Yeah, the 2 Stout Whiskey definitely kind of had him penned up along that outside wall. So when Boehner was steering off the corner, while still trying to control that car, these cars are getting loose, and they're getting looser and looser. So these runs are going to get even more and more interesting as time goes on. Stout right now probably has the best line because he's got a little bit of wiggle room if his car starts to get too free. Where the 36, whoa, yeah, 36, not so much leeway.
Yeah, CJ Max Rose thought about taking it 3 wide there just for a minute. Didn't quite do it, so Stout Whiskey now out back to the race lead. He's clear of Boehner, but here comes that 42 car of CGMX Rose working his way up the P2, now down low on Stout.
That Stout's going to be able to keep that 42 of Rose charging very, very hard. He's actually going to pull right in between the 36 and the 2, but 2 pulled up to keep that block. Rose is just going to give him a big old push down this straightaway. 36 now going to try to pull underneath the 42. 18 of Rowdy just kind of watching what's happening in front of him, wondering when he's going to make his move. I know I said I'd get a lap count that time by, but the racing is real.
100% it is real. And there's Rowdy down low, bumping Boehner up the track just a bit for the 3rd place. So I think we're starting to see some tempers flare right now with the 11 of Vingal is getting loose out of turn 2. He's able to save it. The 2 of Stout Whiskey's single in the pit. The 42 is as well, I think. No, I think 42 is going to go at least one more. No, I think he's coming this time. Stout's definitely coming. Yep, 42, 18, 36, get it in hot.
Bring it in. There you go. Whew. I tell you, this is a very, very short pit road entrance. I think the 8 might have actually cooked it back there. We'll have to see if Smitty actually ends up with a black flag. But they can go 21 laps on a tank of fuel, and they are exactly right about halfway in this stage. They've got 20 laps remaining, so everybody should be able to go the distance. Again, NNR is not known for cautions. These guys are phenomenal green flag racers, week in and week out. Master Killer, thank you very much for joining, sir. If you need me to go through the votes, I definitely appreciate your help, sir. Just let me know, and I will do my best.
All right, and off of pit road, we got contact between the 18 and the 2 of Stout Whiskey. They're able to get it back under the control, but the 18 of Rowdy is going to win the race off of pit roads. They're side by side back here with the 42 of CGMX Rose and the 36 of Boehner as they finally get it situated.
Thank you very much, Q-Dog. Q-Dog saying he's got the picks written down. Worm Rider needs to re-pick. So, Worm, if you don't mind, please, sir, you've got a pick that someone already had earlier in the chat. So, yeah, thank you very much. But, Q, I appreciate you, man. More coming off pit road. It's kind of interesting to watch the 42 and the 36 come off pit road. Their cars were actually inside of each other, something that we haven't seen all that much here lately. We've seen the contact coming into the pits, one car hitting another while they're in their stall, but never actually all the way down the pit road exit, or heading back out onto the track, I should say. Let's see.
And these 5 are now single filed out. These 5 have definitely created some separation between them and the rest of the field as the 88 of Dohar now coming down. It looks like the 18 actually lag punched the 36 there just a bit. That's going to kill his momentum and more than likely hurt his car big time.
Yeah, I'll actually kind of get back to the 36 of Boehner right now, see how that front end's looking. Nobody ever really wants to see any kind of a lag punch. There we go. Let's see. His car's actually looking pretty good as we're watching him right up the tailpipe of the 48. Like I said, these guys that are all nose to tail right now. Actually, Stout Whiskey's going to pull down to follow right behind the 18. You might think, okay, his lag spike is over. He's good to go ahead, get up right behind, and go get right after it again. But top 5 just kind of staying in line, riding out, waiting to the end of stage 1, try to grab max stage points, or maybe try to get under him, get a good run as the laps close down.
Yeah, laps closing down. Stout Whiskey, a little bit of contact with the 18 at 42 is going to go up the middle with the 48 of the Aviator. As Stout Whiskey recovers down low, the 18 of Rowdy loses 4 spots in a blink of an eye as they're 2 by 2 out of 4.
Yeah, Rowdy definitely fell back, but he didn't fall back too far. Power move here by the 36, going to try to get to the inside of the 2, but just didn't quite have the run. That could have been actually, did I take that back? No, yeah, okay, he's not up there. That's going to be the 42 of Rose now up top.
Yeah, 42 at CJMX Rose out to the race lead. Stout Whiskey running P2. The 48 of the Aviator, P3. P4 is going to be the 36 of Banner, and Rowdy's going to round out your top 5. Now behind these guys, separated about by 15. Carlakes is going to be the 11 of Ingalls, leading that charge, and he does got 1 lap fresher tires than the guys in front of him.
Yeah, he was able to pit just a little bit later. The 11 of Ingalls, 35 of Dan the Lawman, 22 of J-Pa. That's this pack of 3 that you're talking about behind the group of 5, and I am starting to see that 18 of Rowdy kind of fall back just a little bit. I wonder if he's also got just a little bit of damage. I have to catch up with here right now. I know quite a few people have the 18 of Rowdy in their overall picks. Again, we're still in stage 1, so you still got plenty of time to finalize your picks, but once that green and white checkered flag flies to signify the end of stage 2, that's it. Voting is closed, polls are closed, and we'll have to see if somebody's going to be able to walk away with $75 tonight.
Woo! 48 of Aviator here trying to put on a little bit of a show as he got underneath the 36 car Banner right to the door of the 2 of Stout, but Stout with a good launch off of turn 4 down a front stretch, able to clear the 48 through turns 1 and 2. He's got his eyes set on that 42 of CJMX Rose down the backstretch.
Yeah, Rose up top. Looks like I'm back with the 18 of Rowdy. It doesn't look like he's got any damage on the hood. Still see all 4 hood pins. Nice and straight. Don't any kind of an issue with the rear end. Quarter panels on the front look pretty good. So when when Rowdy has to make his pit stop, as of right now, it doesn't look like he'll have to repair any damage. Should be able to get in and out without any extra time. One guy I do want to look at real quick is the 3-car JCX12. He's a little bit further in the back, but he's got a little bit of a tribute tonight to the gray ghost car of Dale Jr., or Citizen Soldier car. Looks pretty good, gray and black. I know that he's got a few guys out there that cheer him on every week. Well, for JCX's fans, here's the man. Might be saving a little bit of gas. When I talked to him tonight, wasn't quite sure what he was going to have, but I tell you what, that 3-car, it looks slick enough to make its way to the front.
Yeah, definitely got a pretty cool looking paint scheme on that thing.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Only 2 weeks after tonight, HD. We're going to be, after we close down this season with the champion at Atlanta Motor Speedway, going to be moving over to Heat 5. Figure probably going to take just about a month's time off, and then start it all over again with the new game. Looking forward. Got a couple new tools to play with in spectator mode. So when we're calling these races, right now up top where you see the names scrolling across the screen, and what car they're in and whatnot, that's actually where the position tracker is. There is a lap counter now, which has to be fixed because, well, right now it says 0 of 0 no matter what race you're watching. So a couple bugs that got to be fixed out. Yeah, but a couple bugs that got to be fixed out. But overall, a couple new tools, updated roster. Some people say physics look a little or feel a little different, a little bit tighter. But man, I'm looking forward to seeing what a new season is going to bring under Heat 5. Back up front with the 42 of Rose, 2 cars Stout Whiskey, 48 of the Aviator, and the 36 of Boehner. The 18 of Rowdy has definitely lost touch with this front pack as these guys continue to pull away just a little bit.
Yeah, Rowdy is kind of stuck in no man's land, and he's getting caught pretty fast by the guys from behind, so I can't help to think that he's definitely got some damage on that number 18 car. You know he's not going to be happy about that at all. When this comes to the end of stage 1, he's able to get it fixed. It might be a little fireworks show, but yeah, Rose still out in front. The 2 of Stout Whiskey right there, 48 of the Aviator, and the 36 car Boehner. Rose, holy smokes, he's taking a detour down to the hot dog stand.
I know that Rose or the Rowdy actually has a camper. A motorhome. I think maybe he just saw one there on the backstretch and wanted to go over and take a look at it. That was no good for a guy that's trying to get max points here in all 3 stages. No, Rowdy.
Yeah, Rose is the one that took a little detour.
Oh, okay. I must have missed something. Okay, Rowdy ended up right in the wall. I guess right around the same time he made a hard right. The 3 that were behind him, the 11 of Ingall's, the 22 of J-Pon, the 35 of Dan the Lawn Man.
Stout Whiskey got put into the wall.
Yep, saw that. 48 and the 42 got, I'm sorry, not 48. 48 and the 36 kind of got together, and Stout had nowhere to go. So, it doesn't look like he got too much damage. I'm actually on him right now. Same kind of thing with Rowdy. Doesn't really look like he's got anything wrong with the car, but we know the way that the mapping is on these cars. He's probably already checking that out, checking out his tires, seeing what, if anything, that has to be repaired, and he'll make any adjustments that he needs to. As Boehner comes off 4, again, I'll go ahead and grab a lap count. And it looks like we've got 2 laps remaining. So right now, 48 of the Aviator, he's up in P1 to hold off a hard charging 36 of Boehner, the 2, and then the 42 to make up the top 4.
You said 2 laps?
Yep, 2 laps.
All right, so white flag here in stage 1. Man, that was a long stage. Stage 1. Here we got the Aviator. Looks like he's going to be able to clinch this up pretty well. He's got a 3-car length, now 4-car lengths lead on the 36 of Boehner. 2 of Stout Whiskey looking to possibly pick up one more spot. Coming out of turn 2, Boehner's getting loose, going low. Stout to the outside. Stout's looking good to pick up this P2 spot. Power move down through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Stout's just got to try to hold that car down. Can't let the 36 underneath. Looks like Stout's going to comfortably come home with P2 bonus points. 48 of the Aviator, though, he's going to grab max stage points. 36 of Boehner, and then the 42 of CGMX Rose. Rose is the only one out of this front pack that knows for sure when we get to Atlanta, he is racing for a championship. But right now, the 48 of the Aviator, he is last year's series champ. He's trying to repeat. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come along with NNR. Let's follow him.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, HD, back to the action. Going back under green, the 11. Oh, I'm sorry, a little bit further back. There we go. Looks like it's going to be the 48 of the Aviator, 2-car of Stout Whiskey, 36 of Boehner, which he's just going to pull right to the high side right off the get-go. 35 of Dan the Lawnman. That's going to make up your top 4 going down the backstretch.
Yeah, going on the backstretch. The two is Stout Whiskey on the outside to the race lead. Now they're battling back there for second place. It's going to be the 48 of the Aviator down low, 36 of Boehner up high. A little bit of contact back there between the 35 of Dan DeLawman and the 11 of Ingalls. Now Boehner door to door is Stout down into turn one.
You'll have to see if Boehner's able to hold that position up high and use the momentum off the corner to take that lead. Stout does not want that to happen. He's going to want to come up, and he slams that door on the 36, says, nope, not while the tires are this fresh. Good luck. Behind the front two, we got the 11 of Ingalls, 48 of the Aviator, 35 of Dan the Lawnman, and I believe also back there is going to be the 00 of Augustus, and here comes the 22 of J-Pa, pulling up underneath the 18 of Rowdy for about seventh place right now.
Yeah, J-Paul kind of in the thick of things back here, working his way up towards the front. I think he's running about top 10-ish, maybe 9th place, but Stout Whiskey in the two is liking what he's seen in his mirror because he's separated in just a bit. 3-car length lead out of turn 4 down the front stretch.
Yeah, for second and third, they were just side by side right there. For third, fourth, and fifth, they're 3 wide. Then fifth or sixth and seventh, they're double wide. Eighth and ninth are double wide, and then J-Pa kind of singled out back there behind all this other action up front. Whole lot of racing going on. Man, these guys are getting after it, HD. I love this. I love this racing. I'd rather see this than being all spread out and whatnot. This makes everything so much worth it. I love doing this. James Halter, good to see you out there. How are you, sir?
Definitely some good racing as Rowdy's now starting to work his way towards the front. He's up underneath that 36 car banner. We've seen them getting into each other a couple times this race. The 11 Ingalls now finds himself all the way up to P3. He's got a fast car. He kind of got off pit sequence that last run, so I don't think he's going to make that mistake again. But Rowdy, again, a little bit of contact with Boehner. He's able to slide in front of him now to 42 of CGMX Rose underneath that 36.
Yep, Rose underneath the 46, 18 right in front of the 42, 95, a Jose 720. First time we're talking about him tonight, right behind Boehner. Behind him, they're side by side between the 00 and the 35. They get singled out. Again, J-Pa, he's got the 88 of Dohar. First time we're talking about him tonight as well. Guys, everybody's pretty much keeping up in the draft. Man, I don't know, HD. Right now, if you ask me to pick who my top 3 are going to be when it's all said and done, I don't think I could tell you definitively. These guys are moving, a little bit of contact there between the 95 and the 00 again, but these guys are moving around, taking runs whenever they can get them, and really trying to maximize the area around them. We've seen the 36 split cars. We've seen them go 3 wide, double wide, but up front right now, it's all about the 2-car Stout Whiskey.
Well, Pete, I can tell you that one of the top 3 right now are not going to be there when it ends, because I guarantee you someone's getting fenced, or a couple people are going to be getting fenced when it comes down to the wire. How hard these guys are racing and how loose they are getting, especially up off of turn 2. I mean, we're seeing cars dart to the left. We're seeing cars dart into the wall almost every other lap. But you're right, man. Stout Whiskey's looking strong. He's been strong all night. He's definitely led the most laps.
Look at this run by the 18 of Rowdy to the inside of 2. A little bit of help from the 48. 11's also going to duck down side by side for first through fourth right now. 18 low, 2 up high, 11, 48. Now the 36 and the 42 are going to go side by side. All this in front of the 95 of Jose starting to make some noise.
Yeah, but the 2 is Stout Whiskey with a good run off of 2 down the backstretch into 3. He's clear, and so is the 48 of the Aviator. The 18 of the Rowdy's trying to paint that white line through turns 3 and 4. He's 2 Aviators door. Stout Whiskey getting a little bit of loose. That's going to allow Aviator to pull a power move on the outside. 3 wide here for P2.
Oh, looks like Stout might have said, you know what, I am not going to go into that corner 3 wide. He backed out of it. I did not want to be a Rose Rowdy sandwich, so move Stout back to P4. 48 of the Avi is up to the point now.
Yeah, Stout Whiskey didn't want to be the middle nugget, I guess you can say.
Nope, nope. Did not want to be a rowdy aviator nugget. No. Um, that would be an ugly child.
Oh,
Oh
lordy.
my God. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, um, gotta get back through here a little bit.
Ooh,
Looks
Aviator
like
getting
Boehner a
loose.
little loose.
Nice Aviator, man, a little loose, and that's going to allow the 18 of Rowdy to the outside.
Yep, 18 already now to the outside. Outside, you got the 42. Uh, Looks like the gonna get back up there again.
3 wide Rose going through the middle. Can't fit a piece of paper through that thing.
Woo!
Rose with the power move.
Beautiful way to thread that needle. CGMX Rose up to the point now. 18 of Rowdy's going to have the high side. 48 of the Aviator 2-car Stout Whiskey. Now back to P4 to his inside. Here comes that double O of Augustus and the 11 of Ingalls. 36 of Banner to the outside. Little bit more noise. Some new guys coming to the front, HD.
Ooh, contact though. Back there with looks like the 35 of Dan the Lawman. Or no, that's 35. Yeah, 35 Dan the Lawman. A little bit of contact. There's just so many guys around each other. I'm surprised we haven't seen the big one yet.
Yeah, I'm very, very surprised. I think I only saw one person mention in chat that the Aviator at some point, I think it was the Aviator, had gone around, but obviously able to recoup or something. I don't know. It might not have been the Aviator, but somebody had gone around earlier. But hey, during the stage break, everybody gets a second chance. Same thing again, guys. We're coming to the close of stage 2. In fact, as Banner comes by the line. This time by, unfortunately, his menu didn't show me a lap. Something must be going on there. I think the 95 of Jose is also streaming. Might have to try pulling up his stream right now. See if I can get a lap count from Jose. And as I do that, looks like looks like the 18 of Rowdy. Now, a guy that said he's got a great run on the long. He was about 2/10 faster than some of the guys that he was practicing with last night. And as they're burning off more and more fuel, 23 laps remaining, you can imagine that these guys are going to start coming down pit road to split this stage right down the middle. Swats, there's 23 to go, sir. Whole lot of juking and jiving up here, beating the top 3. The 18 of Rowdy, 42 of CGMX Rose, 48 of the Aviator, 2-car Stout Whiskey, double O of Augustus, and I think that is, who's that guy behind the Goose? Let's see. Actually, never mind. Battle for the lead right now. 42 of Rose down low. 18 of Rowdy up high. Who's the 48 going to go with? Look, he's going to drift up. Give that 18 a little bit of a push. If that was a drag race at the line for the final lap, HD, that would have been too close to call.
Yeah, but I think the 18 of Rowdy would have got him. And now Aviator looking completely to the outside of Rowdy. Rowdy's going to shut the door on that. I don't know if he meant to do it or just kind of drifted up there by getting loose, but Aviator's got nowhere to go. He's going to push Rowdy down the backstretch into turn 3. Still down low is going to be the 42 of CGMX Rose.
Yeah, Rose trying to hold on. It looks like he's going to be able to complete the pass, take sole possession first. 18 of Rowdy's right behind him. He's going to dive to the bottom. 42 was too late to try to pull that block, but that made the 42 dive in just a little bit harder than he might have wanted to. And nope, Rowdy's going to definitely fall back to 2 this time.
They're all pitting.
Nice. Yep, here's the 3-car JCX-12 just now pulling into his spot. And yeah, green flag pit stops now underway.
Looks like Rose and Rowdy got him pretty fast, but I don't know.
Well, we'll have to see. Here comes the 22 of J-Pop, 4-car of Natty Dread right in front of him. Here's the 24 Coey rocking some pretty. Well, man, that's a nice paint scheme for Coey. All white with a black splash up the side and some red numbers. That looks pretty nice. Kind of working our way through as green flag pit stops are underway. Let's take a look. Looks like the back half of the field is pitting right now.
Yep.
Jose 720.
42 definitely got a penalty because he's still on pit road.
Oh, wow. No bueno for the kid, but you know what? He knows he's in the chase by virtue of a win. The same thing with the more smoke. He got it done at Michigan. So right now, we're for sure that when we get to Atlanta in just 2 short weeks, it will definitely consist of at least the 42 of CGMX Rose and the 9 car of more smoke for all you more smoke fans out there. Now, I'd love to be a fly on the dashboard for this 88 of Dohar HD. Fuel conservation definitely came into play during both the Xfinity and the truck race, and we know how much of a fuel-saving master Dohar is, and he's gotten even better since he's got that Fanatec equipment and the shifter. He was great with just a controller, but now that he can do it and really maximize his RPMs and where he's getting off the gas and throwing it down in neutral and where he's throwing it back in gear, Dohar's become that much more of a fuel-saving threat.
Yeah, and the lead's really stretched out. 18 of Rowdy is going to be your race leader, and he's got about a 10-car length lead on the 48 of the Aviator, and there's about another 10-car length lead between Aviator and the 9 of a more smoke. Now, there's a little bit of a battle back here for 4th and 5th place. That's going to be the 35 of Daniel Lawman and the 36 of Boehner.
Yep, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on Jose's stream. As you said, it should all cycle out. But right now, it's saying okay. On his stream, the 18, as you said, did pick up the lead with a monstrous gap back to that 36 of Boehner. But Boehner definitely looks like he's starting to kind of track him down. In fact, I'll go ahead and pull Boehner's stream back up and see exactly what the gap. Nope, that's not actually Boehner behind the 18. Who we got?
No, that's 48. 48.
Okay, 48 of the Aviator. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Come on, Pete.
I know these light-colored cars without going through all the cameras and having to cycle through almost 20 drivers. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit of a guessing game where we're just winging it, HD.
I think your eyes are just getting old and your colors are mixing. I could clearly see a turquoise blue and a purple bottom.
Yeah. Starting to get that little bit of a haze over the eyeball. Yep, I tell you. You'll get there soon someday.
Old people, I tell you.
14 laps to go left in stage 2 before voting is closed. Please, guys, I definitely appreciate everybody that's out there. Now, I know that y'all have gone ahead. Kind of have to get those glasses. Yeah, I hear you, Worm. I got you. But don't forget, guys, now that you've made your picks, you do need to be here at the end when HD and I go through the picks with the help of Q-Dog and Master Killer out there keeping track. And again, definitely want to give them both a very big thank you for not only enjoying the race, but keeping track of the picks as well. But man, HD, these guys are these guys are getting after it. I'm trying to get back up to the 18 of Rowdy now to see if that gap back to the 48 is closing at all. Nope, not so much. And this could very well be the best possible scenario for Rowdy. Again, Rowdy said he's got a great long-run car. He only fell off a few tenths as the tires wore off and the fuel got light. With him not having to worry about keeping the car off of traffic to the outside and whatnot, if he can run his line and drive his car off the corner and into the corner, he may not have that much of a loose issue. So we'll have to see as the run progresses.
Well, bad news is we have another stage ending. So
yes, we do. But Rowdy trying to grab max stage points to really help himself out in the overall points. Where he's at right now is best case scenario, but yeah, he's definitely got a very long stage to go, and we'll have to see if that long run car comes into play as we call the end of this race a little bit later on.
How many laps we got left?
We've got 10 laps exactly to go, HD. 10 laps remaining in stage 2. It seems like this stage is a little bit less than the last one, but up front, it's still the 1848 of the Aviator. Then I'm seeing Boehner here, and yep, the 9 of a more smoke.
Come on, Pete!
I saw it that time. God, I love you, buddy. I tell you what. Everybody out there in chat, I need your help. All right.
No.
I need your help.
No.
HD Motorsports.
I'm not even looking at chat.
HD Motorsports has unfortunately decided not to pick up Heat 5. He's going to abandon me in my 2021 year of need. Please help me convince HD Motorsports to stick around, continue to call these NNR races. Tell them how much you appreciate and love them. I tell you.
I'll tell you what.
God knows I do.
You give me a $3K advance, I'll think about it.
I will buy Heat 5 for you.
All right, so Heat 5 and what's Heat 5? $60 and $2,940.
I'll buy you the gold edition with Tony Stewart on the cover.
I don't like Tony Stewart.
I don't care if you don't like Tony Stewart.
I'll tell you what. I'll do it if you can put me on the cover.
I will Photoshop the crap out of that cover. Q-Dog saying, tell HD to make his picks, and if he wins, he buys the game. I don't know. But, man, I'm hoping over the next 3 weeks I can change your mind.
I'll put my picks in on the last lap.
Okay. There you go. That works for me. Still kind of working our way around. Definitely, as you said before, HD, they have gotten a bit more spread out as the run has continued and as they've come off pit road. 9 definitely made some strides with his exit going in and out of pit road. He was not in the top 3 or top 5 before stop, so he must have had a very, very good stop and really maximize his speed coming to the pit road commitment cone.
Either that or he pit 1 lap earlier.
That could very well be as well. Yep, Swats right now. The 9 is a more smoke. Moore gave the 42 to CDMX Rose 10 weeks ago when Rose was tabbed to drive the Chip Ganassi Gaming 42 in the Pro League.
It's been that long already? Holy crap.
10 weeks, yes sir. 10
what
weeks.
Year is it?
10 weeks, and your buddy Parker got his first win last night. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Keep going through. 18 still very much in charge with 4 laps remaining. 48 of the Aviator behind him. Doesn't look like they're really gaining any kind of time. I don't actually. The Aviator is streaming right now, so I can grab a quick distance back to or up to the 18. Looks like it's just a mere 1.1 seconds behind the Aviator is going to be Boehner. He looks like he's able to get by more smoke. Actually, they're kind of dueling for that. There we are. 36 and 9 are right now side by side. 9 might have the preferred line up top if he can carry that momentum.
Oh, contact.
A little bit of contact there. Oh, that's not going to be good between those two. But I'm going to go ahead and work my way back up to that 18 and the 48. Here's the 48. Keeping an eye on that back bumper of the 18. Looks like we should be coming down to 2 to go, if I'm not mistaken. These laps are flying by. Guys, 2 more laps, give or take, to get your final picks in for who you think HD and I will be talking to in post-race for interviews. If you've got the right 3 car numbers, again, they don't have to be in the correct finishing order. It don't have to be first, second, and third. If you've got the right 3 drivers, Man, I've got 75 bucks Microsoft Cash for you. If you haven't already bought Heat 5, you can use that. Or if you play some other game and need a whole bunch of DLC, well, you got that as well. But coming to the line, one lap remaining as we're following along here with the 48 of the Aviator. Going to bounce back up to the 18 Rowdy. Watch him as he comes to the line. There he is. Still maintaining the gap back to the 48. So I guess when he said he had long run speed, HD, he wasn't kidding.
Nah, he's definitely got good speed. I think he might have separated himself just a bit from that 48 car, the Aviator. But yeah, Rowdy's going to win stage 2 and final stage. Ready to see some fireworks.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, voting is closed. Thank you, everybody that got your vote in. Q-Dog and Master Killer, thank you very much for keeping tabs of the votes. And, yeah, now we're going to see whose votes come to be a reality and who's might come up just a little bit short. We'll have to see. So, HD, you got your 3 that you picked earlier in the race. What do you? How are they faring so far?
Who did I pick?
You got. Oh crap! I had the 3, the 2, and somebody else. Stout Whiskey taking a quick second to type in a chat saying got damage from the 40 on lap 3. Pick from me something. Stole your pick from me. Shame on you. I'm not keeping track. Or Q-Dog said he's keeping track. Master Killer. Kind of get back up. A whole lot of action here in the back. But yeah, going to get back up front. Rowdy's going to be able to start where he left off. 36 of Boehner right behind him. 48 of the Aviator to the outside. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead, HD.
Yeah, 3 wide for the race. Lead 18 of Rowdy is in the middle. 2 of Stout Whiskey behind these guys. Looking high with the 48 of the Aviators. Boehner's going to prevail down low.
Yeah, Boehner's going to be able to get down. Nope, he's not going to be able to get down in front of Rowdy in time. Here comes the 88 of Dohar to take a look at that P3's 48 of the Aviator. He's going to come down, maybe try a little bit of side draft. Not going to work. No, Dohar up to third. Boehner now on the outside of Rowdy.
Yeah, Boehner on the outside. He's looking pretty good up there. Rowdy's down low, but the 88 of Dohar is going to go high with that 36 of Boehner. Now he's going to look low with the 18 of Rowdy. You know, those guys have got no love lost between each other. The 2 of Stout Whiskey, P4 right at the top 5 is going to be the 48 of the Aviator.
Yep, and there's that 8 car of old NNR Smitty now. He's in P5, P6 rather. Then you got 35 Dan the Lawman, J-Pa checking in, and I believe that is the 95 of Jose now.
Jose. But yeah, 18 of Rowdy actually to the race lead. He got clear the 36 car Boehner. The 88 of Dohar now down low. Beneath that 36 of Boehner, 2 of Stout Whiskey right behind him. 48, they got a line down low. Boehner up high all by himself.
Boy, I tell you what, Dohar he had a mirror full of that 2 car Stout Whiskey, pushed him all the way deep to the entrance of the corner. I didn't think Dohar was going to be able to really turn in time, but Stout let go at the very, very last second, allowed the 88 of Dohar to stay side by side with the 36 of Boehner. Right now, the 18 of Rowdy trying to play both lines. I don't think he's going to be able to slam that door in time. 36 and the 88 made a little bit of contact. 2 is going to line up with the 88 yet again.
18 of Rowdy blocking both lanes. He went high, now low, and I think we got a caution. Yep, caution's out.
Yep, caution's out. First caution in 3 races, I think. Let's see. All right, so we're going to rack and stack them back up again, HD, under these Homestead lights. I tell you, we got to see Dale Jr.'s last ride here the year that Martin Truex Jr. won his championship, and this is a hell of a track to watch. The Baby blue colors all the way around this place really help keep it lit up. It's really bright. It's a fun track to watch a race at.
This is my first track I've been to, actually.
Yeah, that was the
The year when Joey Logano won his championship. He was doing his burnouts literally 5 feet right in front of me.
nice, very nice. Yeah, that was the year you got to go down with Heat 3. Before the whole Pro League started off, it was like a 10K race or something like that, wasn't it? Oh,
Yep.
something happened in the back, stacked everybody up. I think we're going to have another caution, real quick caution here.
Yeah, and I think the 18 of Rowdy got the race lead before that came out. So
We'll have to see. I think something happened with the Aviator. His controller shows is disconnected. That's no good. So Aviator's definitely going to have some work to do in order to get back into it. I'm going to switch on up to the 36 of Vayner, keep up with these top 5, and move the camera up to that 18 of Rowdy. Looks like he's got the 3 of JCX12 to his inside, so big moves by that 3. I told you, HD, every week somebody has played spoiler. We'll have to.
he forgot.
We'll have to see
I'm
if
pretty
that
sure he
happens again.
forgot. I'm pretty sure he forgot the pit and got really lucky right there because he's no longer up there.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's that. Smitty was in the top 5. Now it's showing him he's going to start to the 18 of Rowdy, outside of the 18 of Rowdy, 36 of Boehner, Car Stout Whiskey, 88 of Dohar on the outside. That's going to be your top 5 with 42 of CGMX Rose making some noise on the inside line.
And someone took a dart straight left. I don't know who it was, but I think they got it recovered as they're 3 wide here with the 8 of Smitty up high, 88 of Dohar in the middle, 42 of CGMX Rose was downloaded. Quickly go back to 2.
Yeah, the little bit of contact there was between the 11 of Ingalls and the 22 of J-Pa, but Smitty definitely caught a lot of that wall, took every bit of speed he had out of that car. Some of these tracks, you hit that wall, it just grabs you, kind of like Kansas, and you have to slow down in order to get back up to speed. 40 laps remaining here, HD. 40 laps to see if we're giving away $75 tonight.
I hope we do, or you, or whoever put the money in.
Yeah, that again. Yeah, thank you very much. Big thank you to J-Pa and Boehner for their contributions towards this purse, this pot of cash. Couldn't do it without him. And
Woo!
man,
Boehner getting wicked loose, and Dohar hitting the 11 of Ingalls, anticipating Boehner to slow down a lot. Woo!
Yeah, but you know what? That little bit of action right there allowed the pack that's behind this bigger pack to start catching up just a little bit. So we're gonna bring them all back in together.
We got Rowdy.
Moore is still on track. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Rowdy to the Boehner again getting wicked loose, and Dohar spinning around. This might bring out a caution. He's down below the yellow. No cautions out just yet. Still no caution. I think we're going to stay green.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to stay green. Anybody that's got Dohar out there in chat for their pick may want to pray to the caution gods. Otherwise, it might not be all that great for the 88. We'll have to see how it plays out. But right now, up front, it's a battle between the 18, the 42. Boehner's still wicked loose. And
yeah, he is struggling.
Yeah, he's absolutely struggling. Here's that 9 car of more smoke. Bot. Here's that 3
more
JCX as well, HD.
Hey, he's working his way up there. Top 4 on the outside, right behind CGMX Rose. These guys been side by side for the race lead for, I think, since this green flag dropped here after the first caution. Or second caution on that. I don't know if I'm going to count it. His controller disconnected. You can't. I don't count that. But yeah, dude, they've been side by side, 2 rows deep, 3 rows deep, pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, they're still getting after. 11 of Ingalls got to the inside of JC, kind of washed him up track just a little bit. That's going to allow the 9 car of Smoke to go ahead and take that spot. And he's going to give a big shove to the back end of that 2-car Stout Whiskey. 18 of Rowdy right now trying to play both lines, holding the 42 of CGMX Rose at bay, trying to come down and block the run from the 2-car's going to get a little bit of a side draft and pull the 42 back, move the 2 into sole position of second place. All this happening behind a guy that says he's got a great long-run car, HD. This could really, man, if Rowdy can get this solidified for himself tonight, it looks like we got caution, yeah. Boehner, as loose as he's been, I was just kind of keeping an eye on his stream. I was going to wait to see if a caution came out or not, but he was doing barrel rolls along the backstretch. So Boehner getting his first chance to tighten that car up. I think he might have got a little too far with that wedge.
He did something wrong because, woo, he was banging everything out there on the track, the wall, people, flipping in the air, splitting molecules, and yeah, I think he's kind of happy a caution came out.
Yeah, he's got to be. Let's see. Q-Dog saying that he sent me a Facebook message with all the picks. So Q-Dog, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Looks like we're gonna take them back green here, HD.
Yep, under green yet again, and the 2 Stout Whiskey on the outside with a power move, clearing the 18 of Rowdy down through turns 1 and 2 off of turn 2. Stout Whiskey to the race lead.
Yeah, Stout's going to be able to hold off the 18 this time. It's all about that shifter, HD. I know you've given some pointers to some of these guys on how to get through those gears very quick, and that's a byproduct of being able to really jam it from first through fourth as soon as you hit max RPM. But here comes the 18 of Rowdy. He's fighting hard to the inside.
Yeah, 18 of Rowdy down low, but still 2 Stout Whiskey up high. He's got help from the 42 of CGMX Rose, the 3 of JCX12 back there as well. He gets loose and hits the 11 of Ingles. People in the back getting loose again. They're able to hold it together. I thought we were going to have another caution there for a minute.
Yeah, I think these guys are wanting to make sure that, I mean, they're setting these cars up to go so fast, it's almost beyond control. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. And they, you got to be fast. What's the line from Days of Thunder? Loose is fast and on the out of control. There you go. Well, some people are just kind of crossing that edge a little too far, and when they're side by side, it's causing a little bit of contact, and that's kind of resulted in 2 of these cautions.
Yeah, they're single filed out right now. Actually, the whole field are single file.
Yeah, kind of a long train. Looks like the 48. The Aviator is kind of going to be the first one to duck out. He's going to working my way back up to him right now. Yep, he's going to try to pull down underneath the 18 of Rowdy. Got JCX12 behind him. Rowdy's got the 9 car of a more smoke than the 11 of Ingalls. He's going to follow that 9. Not a bad person to follow all the way through. Although a more smoke makes an aggressive move and pulls to the inside right in front of the 3. He's going to try to dive in front or down below the 42, but not able to get there going into the corner. First through third, nose to tail.
Yeah, nose to tail. CGMX Rose kind of pushing a 2 Stout Whiskey down the backstretch into 3. These 2 might be working together. Rose might be trying to save a little bit of tires, and 9 of a more smoke's right behind him.
Yep, 9 of a more smoke right behind him. Stout Whiskey back to the overall race lead. Trying to work my way back up there right now as they finally catch back up with the 42 of Rose. He's got the 18 of Rowdy under him. Behind Rowdy is going to be the 11 of Ingalls. Outside of Ingalls, going to be the 9 of a more smoke. Fighting side by side. Man, HD, there's no let up with. Well, I think we're on lap 109 of 134. So 35 laps. 35 laps to go, and there's a lot on the line here tonight. Let's see. So let's see. All right, so I got the final picks in from Q-Dog. Again, Q-Dog, thank you very much So Papa Bear's got the 36, 18, and the 48. Q-Dog has the 2, 9, and the 42. Daniel Helms has the 948 and the 18. Cole 315 has the 22, 2, and the 9. Mama Bear's got the 18, 42, and the 48. Bot plays 36, 9, 18. Combat Beast has the 18, 2, and the 48. Alpha's got the 18, 36, and the 42. Worm checking in with the 2, 9, and the 88. Exodus, the 22, 2, and 48. Master Killer has got the 2, 42, and the 88. John Fry out there. John, and I got you on Saturday if you're still here. Hopefully you are. He's got the 2, 36, and 42. James Holzer's 2, 11, and 36. And finally, Seats has the 2, 48, and the 36. So we've got quite a few picks in here, HD. Go ahead and rattle those off back to me from memory. Go ahead. Who's got who?
I don't know, man. I have no clue.
Let's see. Match Killer wants to know where Dohar is. Let's go ahead and find that 88. I just saw him. He's actually right the outside of J-Pot right now and behind the 95 of Jose 720 with the 36 of Boehner giving him a shove going towards the start stripe.
Yeah,
There's
Stout
Dohar.
Whiskey still. Yeah, Dohar's kind of working his way back up through there.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead. Stout Whiskey still, yep, he's still in the lead.
And it's kind of a 3-car breakaway, actually. These three kind of broke away, and Rose and a More Smoke are locked in, man.
Yep.
I wonder if they're almost kind of content just riding.
Yeah, Rose and a More Smoke are absolutely locked in, and you know they would love to push their friend Stout Whiskey to this win. You know they've got nothing. There's nothing more to gain but a win for the season for both of these guys. As you'll see, that just as we say that, not More Smoke's going to try to challenge down low underneath the 2-car Stout. Stout's going to go ahead and try to pinch him down low, little loose, and that's going to allow the 2 to pull back ahead. Now 9 was not able to get back in the throttle in order to really rock it off the corner. So Stout's going to be able to retain that lead. Worm Rider, thank you very much for the raid. Party of 5, your table is ready. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, actually, it looks like who was that back there? Someone getting wicked loose. Almost looked like the 95 of Jose 720 getting loose out of turn 2. Was able to get it under control, but still out front on points. The 2 with Stout Whiskey, 42. CJ McStrose kind of content, kind of riding. And you can't help to wonder, right, man? You know, top 4 guys out there on the track, in my opinion, it's got to be the 42, the 9, the 48, and possibly Boehner or Rowdy, right?
Yep.
Now, I'm not taking anything from Stout Whiskey. I don't want to take anything from him. But if you push Stout Whiskey to a race win, you get him locked in, you're knocking someone who I think is pretty good out of the playoff picture, and that might increase your chances at the end of the season. So I think 42 with CJ McRose might be working with the 2 here a little bit, as they got about a 10-car length lead for third place as they go 3 wide back there, now back to 2.
Yeah, now back to 2. Looks like the 9 of a More Smoke kind of checked as he was on the outside line. Let the 48 and 11 go on by. He's going to duck down underneath the 11, catch back up to the inside of the 48. I don't think it's going to be long before he's going to challenge that 18. Actually, he's signaling that he's going to be taking on down pit road this time by. And I'll go ahead and grab us that lap count. Looks like Boehner actually got a pit road penalty that time. 24.5 seconds of a pit stop. That's going to hold him a long time back. He's really going to need a caution.
He's going to need one. I think Rose is kind of working a strategy, man. I think he's just pushing Stout. Either that or kind of making a 2-car race at the end, which is also a very smart idea. None of them are going to signal they're coming down this time by, so they're going to go at least one more time around.
Yep. Master Killer just kind of shouted out, says Stout's finished in the top 3 the last 2 races. And not only that, he swept both Bristol races. So Stout's he's been coming on here pretty well. See, they're on 117 of 34, so 17 laps to go here, Fry Dog.
So yeah, one more pit stop and they're done. And Moore's by himself. He pitted by himself, so he's not going to have any draft. So that might actually hurt him on the long haul. Yeah, he'll get the fresh tires, but with these guys drafted, I mean, how much time are you really gaining with those fresh tires?
Not a whole hell of a lot unless you've been to free up that car just enough to where you're very just gently burping that throttle and getting back into it. And with 17 or 18 laps to go, you can I think you can kind of afford to really abuse that right rear, get back into gas, get that car turning, make up some time. But you just got to hope that later on you don't get to the inside or the outside of somebody coming off of a corner and break loose, causing a caution. Nobody wants to be that guy, especially this late in the race as we come to 16 laps remaining.
Yeah, I think Stout and CJ Max Rose is coming this time by. A lot of guys behind them came down, and they honestly didn't stay. I'm kind of shocked right now that they're still going green. They might be, I mean, I don't know how many laps they can go, but they might be trying for a two-tire stop here.
They might. I don't. Well, if you break,
I don't know why they would stay out this long.
I don't know either. I really don't, unless it's just because of the gap. Everybody else behind them is broken up. Really, nobody's racing nose to tail like these guys are. That was definitely not planned. If they were working together,
wasn't planned for Stout, but maybe planned for Rose because now Rose is back to the race lead.
And they're staying out yet another lap, HD. John Fry, he's asking somebody have Stout, Rose, and Rowdy. Let's take a quick look here. Stout, Rose, and Rowdy.
They're coming down right now.
Nope. Nobody has Stout, Rose, and Rowdy. But yeah, all the voting's locked. Fry Dog. All the voting locked at the end of stage 2, sir. More and more going down pit road. There's the 95. Looks like the 88. And someone just mentioned that Dohar and JCX12 have been the a couple of the last guys to pit. I don't know if it's really going to matter, though, as the 42 and the 2 actually come out nose to tail. So these two didn't lose any time. Looks like they both got really great pit stops. Very equal to each other. So they're gonna come back out, link back up. Actually, something happened with the 2. He's actually lost the back end of that 42. Might have just been a pit road glitch.
Yeah, they came out nose to tail, but yeah, Rose was just way faster coming off of that apron through that little short shoot through turns 1 and 2, and he's got about a 10 car length lead with 13 to go.
Give or take. I'm actually going to pull back up Jose 720's stream right now. Definitely want to say a big thank you to Boehner, Jose, and the Aviator, all three for streaming tonight and helping us along with the lap count and all that. Once we move on over to Heat 5 and they fix the lap counter, we won't have to worry about that. And, we've got the running order and all that streaming across the top. So got some new tools coming here in just a few short weeks after we switch over to Heat 5 with 2021 season here with the NNR guys. But as far as the leader goes, looks like right now it is going to be the 42 of CGMX Rose. So the pair that came out nose to tail right now, Rose has the lead. 2 cars, Stout Whiskey is going to be right behind him. Stout's really got to be hoping that Rose bobbles, but Rose has become better and better as these races have gone on.
Yeah, I mean the kid's just solid all around, and you see it here. He's kind of spreading his lead out a little bit on the 2 of Stout Whiskey.
Yeah, kind of working my way. There's Stout. Looking forward to that towards that 42, kind of maybe watching his line, see if Stout sees anywhere that he might be able to make up some time on him. But I think Stout right now, running in P2, he's just got to run his own race. He's done really well for himself in the points tonight. Just got to wait to see how they shake out, and we still have Martinsville. And for a guy that's swept Bristol, when we're talking about a short track, we might have to really think about Stout Whiskey as being able to pull it away on next Thursday night if he can't get it done here tonight. But I don't think Rose is going to let go anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to win.
Let's see. Pull up Aviator Stream, see if I can get a tracker from him. Looks like...
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If Stout Whiskey messes up here, which I don't want him to, look behind them. That's going to be the 18 and the 48 of the Aviator. And if that happens, if I'm not mistaken, I think my sister wins.
I think you might be right. I'm pulling it up right now. Where'd Mama Bear? 18, 48, and the 42. Yeah. So with let's see, they're right now. Rowdy's in P3, 48 is in P4, and I think last time by there was about 5 laps to. So these guys are nose to tail as we've been on with them right now. We'll have to see if they're able to catch, and not only catch him, but pass him. I think they're right. I think at the line right there was 5 to go. I'll double check off of the Aviator Stream though. Let's see, 4 laps remaining. But yeah, the 18 is there. He's got Stout's draft by now. Now,
yeah,
HD, if your sister wins, is she going to split that with you? Maybe she'll buy you Heat 5. Oh, 18's there. 18's on the outside. 2 cars down low. 18 and 48 up high. They're both going to get past the 2. This will put Mama Bear in position. Mama Bear, if you're still out there in chat, please stick around, HD. You may want to message or say, hey, get your butt back in chat. Oh, a little bit of a lag spike. That's going to allow the 9 car of a more smoke to dive on under the 48. So the 18 and the 48 got separated. That's going to allow the 9 to move up, or at least pull side by side with the 48. So right now it's the 42, the 18, and the 9 running door to door with the Aviator. So this, who's the 2 car Stout Whiskey going to go with if he catches up? Nope, that puts them into P3. So right now we've got the 42, the 18, and the 9. 42, 18, and the 9. Let's see. I hope I didn't jinx that. I hope I didn't jinx it. We'll have to see. Stout Whiskey trying to look back to the outside of the 48 again. 1 lap remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and get back up with this 42.
Oh, the 9 got loose. 48's coming. I just don't think he's going to be able to get there. Is it the white flag this time?
This is, yep, white flag's out. Yep. 42 is coming off of the corner right now. Looks like it's going to be, that's going down the backstretch. Rowdy got loose now. Nope, that was it. Yep, that was it. So, yeah.
Damn.
Woo!
I was close.
Yes, it was. So, Rose, Rowdy, and a more smoke. So, I'm going to look for 9 picks. Rose. Rose, Rowdy, Aviator. Or, no, I'm sorry. Let's see. 9-2-22. 9-18-36. 988 and 2. Money's moving on to next week, fellas. $80 next week. 80 whopping dollars when we go to Martinsville. You want to talk about who, man?
My sister said Aviator sucks. Just kidding.
Warm Rider, thank you very much again for the raid. Want to thank everybody else out there for following along. Next week, it's going to be these Cup guys again at the Paperclip of Martinsville. $80 will be on the line. Tell tell your buddy, tell your friends, tell your buddy's friends, tell your Facebook, whoever you got. Come on out, watch this. We had 30 people out here at one point, kind of keeping up tabs. Guys, we get 20 more. I'm also giving away a diecast. So, yeah, I still got a Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary signed diecast by Bruton Smith to give away if we can get 50 people out here in chat. So, pass the word. But let's go ahead and get back to our booth with these guys. There we go. HD Motorsports. What a lot of great racing tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of good, close side-by-side racing, and overall, man, I think 1-2 cautions, maybe by racing. I think Aviator's controller died at one time, so can't really knock him for that.
Yep. So let's see. I see Rose out there. I see Rowdy just waiting on Amore, I believe, was third. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep. Just waiting.
Yeah, I'll take second.
Go right. All right. Yeah. You want to start with him? Go ahead.
Nah, you go. Amore's here. Take third.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Amore Smoke. You got me, buddy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, perfect, man. Well, bud, you didn't have a whole lot to gain tonight except for that win. Homestead, Miami, usually the last race of the real NAS season. Coming home P3 tonight, saw a little bit of beating and banging. When you saw the 48 and the 18 kind of get together after a little bit of lag, what were your thoughts? Do you think you're going to be able to hold off the 48 if he got back to the inside of you, or what were those final laps like for you?
I felt like I kind of saved my tire a little bit. I pitted a little early. I needed to save a little tire because once they caught me, I knew I didn't have the tires right away. Looked like he was starting to get a little bit loose there at the end, but yeah, it's just a little lag issue. And I tried to get up out of the way real quick before I hit him, and kind of gave me and Stout probably damage too. But it was a good race. I'll do all in all. Probably should have took 2 tires. I thought about it, but it was a good call by Rose.
Okay, so a little bit of strategy that we didn't quite see unfolding a little bit later in the race. Not too bad. A lot of people had you picked with several different combinations. Just unfortunately not the right one. So a more next week's race is for $80 at Martinsville.
Woof. It's getting up there.
Yeah, it is. $80 at a half-mile paperclip short track. Man, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I remember you pretty strong there. What are you looking forward to? How do you think you're going to be at Martinsville next week?
Well, I feel like we found some speed, and we're learning a lot here on the wheel. So, I mean, you can't always count me out, We'll see what happens.
I agree with you, man. It's another solid finish, solid race by you. You're definitely getting better every single week on that equipment as you're getting used to it. Any shout-outs, bud?
Yeah, man. Shout out to some good racing today, man. Poo-Poo, good racing, Aviator, all of them. Stout, all had strong cars. A little strategy play at the end, and it was played perfect into Rose's hands. I was trying to get to pit road a little early, and got caught on the outside, so I lost about a second or so, and I think that kind of made the difference in my strategy with taking 4 tires.
Gotcha. Well, but
Tried to early pit a little bit.
Yeah, there were a few people that tried that. I think JCX12 was actually one of the first ones down pit road, so it kind of sounds like y'all had somewhat similar of a strategy, and for a while he was up there racing with you guys too. Again, man, congrats on your top 3.
I appreciate it, man.
You got it. See you for golf soon. HD, you got old Rowdy.
Yeah, man. I see Aviator's in here. Aviator, you cost my sister $75, so you suck. But anyway, Rowdy
now,
man,
hold on.
Rowdy man, Rowdy,
Rowdy.
Rowdy dude, you came home P2. How's it feel? What could you have done different to win this thing?
Take 2 tires.
Take 2 tires. I think in stage 1 or stage 2, I kind of saw you got in a wreck. Take me through that.
It's just this game is. It's just this game, you know. The seams are stupid, and I just got on that seam and pretty much almost wrecked everybody. Thankfully, I didn't, so I just wrecked myself instead. But came back in stage 2 and won stage 2 with the help of my teammate, which helped me all night and all week. So I'm really thankful for him. So and got a good finish out of it because of him, because we worked all night together, but just came up a spot short. It's always one spot, man, when I have a good night.
God, that sounds like a better love story than a notebook you were just talking about. But nah, man. Next week, so Rose wins, so no one else gets locked in. How you looking for points? You think you got a shot next week to get yourself locked into that Final Four?
I gotta win. That's all I know. I didn't get enough points in stage 1, and everybody else finished good. So I don't know where Banner finished in the race. Maybe that would help a little bit, but I think it's between him, and Stout, and those two are good at Martinsville. I used to be good there, but I'm just gonna go in there and wing it, and hopefully come out with the win or a good points day, and hopefully they don't.
All right, I'm looking forward to you using that front bumper. I guarantee it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just throw any shout outs out there?
You guys, Aviator, everybody tonight. Even though I was racing a little bit aggressive tonight, which probably made it exciting, and Miss Murda, and that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Congratulations to your P2 finish.
Thank you.
You're the man, Rowdy. CGMX Rose, hashtag Young Gun. I don't know how much more we got to grow with this kid, HD. I tell you. Rose, you got me.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rose. Well, you and Stout Whiskey went into the pits together on that last stop. You came out kind of nose to tail, and it actually was a little bit of a you're kind of inside of each other just a little bit, and then as you finished coming off the exit road, it seemed like Stout kind of got kicked back a little bit. Was there a little bit of a lag issue there? Was it just going through the gears, or what happened between you and the two after that last pit stop?
I'm pretty sure it was just getting through the gears and getting through the access road as fast as I could, which I did a good job of. And I guess he didn't do the greatest job at it, so I was able to pull him a little bit. But I was just trying to help him there at the end, and that kind of separated us. So I just tried to go. I knew that Aviator and Browdy's tires would eventually kind of wear off a little bit, and they wouldn't be able to catch us fast. So I was just cruising and trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes, which I did, and I got another win. So, yeah.
Well, you came into this race the same as a More Smoke. You know, you really nothing to prove, just the trophy. Another win to notch in the 2020 season as we're getting closer and closer to Atlanta Motor Speedway in just 2 very short weeks. What are you looking forward to Martinsville on the equipment that you've got, or are you just kind of saying I'm gonna bide my time, see what happens, and just look forward to Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm just going to bide my time. I'm just going to look forward to Atlanta. Like you said, I don't got anything to lose. I'm just going to go out there, try and get the best finish I can. If I can get another win, great. If not, it's whatever. I'm already into the final round. So, yeah, just looking forward to Atlanta.
Well, with you getting another win this round, it's definitely going to allow somebody to get through or make it through on points. If we don't have another first-time winner next week, let's say either you or Amore win Martinsville next week, who would you like to see make it on points for the other 2 positions?
I don't know. That's tough. Boehner, Poopy, and Aviator and Ingalls, and I think the last 2 are Stout and Dohar. So I don't know. Those are all great drivers. It doesn't matter which ones make it through. It's going to be a battle at Atlanta. So it doesn't really matter to me. Just going to go to Atlanta and hope I get a good finish and hopefully bring the trophy.
There's definitely going to be some great, phenomenal racing. You know, Aviator's going to be there, or has a very, very good shot of being there now, considering he's top dog in the points, or very close to it rather. And um, man, if he's trying to defend his title, so you've definitely run strong all season long. I think you've got a good chance at maybe getting your first. But buddy, congratulations! Yet another win. Very, very strong 2020 season for you. You're wrapping it up with a little bit of momentum. It seems like. Any shout outs from you, bud?
Coey and you guys up in the booth and everybody for racing clean and racing great all day long. I know Poopy was a little aggressive, but we were putting on a show out there. I hope. So, yeah.
A show?
J-Pa says you better give him a shout out for his 2 tire stop. So I'm guessing he gave you a little bit of an idea.
Yes, we were in the party chat discussing it, and he pit early and took the 2 tires and came out just in front of them. And I knew I had a little bit of a bigger gap than him to them, so I decided to go with it because I knew the left sides would make it, and it worked out in my favor.
There you go. HD, you got anything for the young gun?
No, man, I don't got anything. I'm actually currently watching this race. Nah, I don't have anything at all, man. Another good run by Rose.
Yeah, Rose, man, congratulations. HD Motorsports, thank you very much for calling yet another great race with me for these NNR Cup, guys. Always, it's always fun with you in the booth, man. Thank you. But
problem.
guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I'll actually be back for a special race this Saturday night. I got asked to call the eSpark Xfinity race. So if any of y'all out there are in the eSpark Xfinity series, I'll be hanging out with you this weekend. Then on Sunday, right back with the NNR trucks from Martinsville. Monday with the Pro Invitational Farewell Heat 4 Be More Than a Cape.org series that's going on there. Tuesday with the NNR Xfinity series, and then right back here with this guy for these Cup guys at the Paperclip. Martinsville Speedway. It's going to be a whole lot of fun racing next week. Until then, guys, again, as always, please take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all somewhere around the track, whether it's on Heat 4 or Heat 5. Later, guys.